ChipChan is a Korean woman who has been streaming her life daily for over a decade. Her story is one that is weird, creepy, and still somewhat of a mystery. Is her story true, in her head, or is it a fabrication for another reason? Before we get into that, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. ChipChan was first discovered in a 4chan webcam thread in 2008. Users of the thread explore various open source webcams and post interesting finds. ChipChan was discovered sleeping in an unusual position and was first thought to be dead. This drew the attention of the community at large. It soon became clear that she was sleeping for very long periods of time and at weird hours. She sleeps in extremely uncomfortable positions like on the floor, in a chair, and at weird angles. She spends most of her time surfing the web and sleeping often for 12 hours at a time. She appears in poor health, extremely worn down, and has been living this way since at least 1999. I find the sleeping long hours quite weird, but it could be explained potentially if it was something like narcolepsy or extreme depression. I don't think she's been diagnosed with either from what I can tell, but that seems what it is to me. There are webcams set up throughout her apartment which she is aware of and likely seems to be the one who set them up. An anonymous user found her WordPress blog and others she had written where she claimed to have been implanted with a mind control weapon at the cartilage bone 3 centimeters off the ankle bone. She also believes that someone has implanted a mind control chip under her left eyebrow. Her streams are usually accompanied by an audio clip where she in her own voice informs the viewer about P, the mind control weapon, and her situation. According to self-made signs written in Korean, she is being held against her will for 16 years by P. The signs have been translated over time to saying things like, "Don't get tricked, don't get fooled. Early every morning, if someone comes that paralyzes a person, I can't be stopped." The stalker used this skill from 2006. I have slept for 20 hours every day since then. I do not know what happened while I sleep. I have always been afraid of sleeping. Stalker P breaks in after disable camera. Korean cop P makes me lose my consciousness at any time, so I always sleep on the chair for years. How can you sleep sitting on the chair every day if you don't lose your consciousness? I haven't dreamed for years because I lose my consciousness. P is a mysterious former police officer, according to ChipChan, who is holding her hostage in her house. He is supposedly in his 60s and as of 2018, now retired. ChipChan claims that P is the person who planted the verichip in her foot around 2006. As the operator of the chip, P can control many aspects of ChipChan's physiology. He can control her thoughts, activate outbreaks on her skin, see through her eyes, and make her fall unconscious at any time he wants. He is holding ChipChan hostage in her own home. He does this to extort money from her. She claims to have met him a couple of times. P is extremely important to the ChipChan story as the main villain in her life. On her blogs and through her live streams, she is constantly begging the viewers to help her stop P by various means, like spreading the word and contacting a person named Park Sung-man and convince him to look into the issue. ChipChan believes the police force is corrupt and thus can't get any help from them. Other police stalkers besides P have been mentioned on her blog, among them 2 officers, Park Sung-dong and Bakuk. ChipChan photographed run-ins with these police officers in the early 2010s around her neighborhood and area that she lives in. ChipChan claims to know P's real name and rank with the police, but she's never shared it, so it's impossible to know if she truly knows that and allow people to figure out who he is and if he really exists at all. This is where the story gets weird to me, because if you know the person's name and you can get away with people being able to see your live cam, why not share that detail? A debate about who controls the cameras has raged on Reddit and 4chan for many years. Many believe that it's P who controls the camera and that he doesn't know that people outside of himself have hacked into it and can actually see it. Yet others believe she controls the camera. However, every now and then, her web cameras will go offline, sometimes for minutes and sometimes hours. When they go down, this is supposedly when P visits. But if she controlled the cameras, why would she shut them down when P shows up? This thought makes me wonder and think about the fact that if this person is real, then P most likely controls the cameras. Over time, people have emailed ChipChan and will receive back a templated response with photo attachments of police officers in the street, many of them being blurry and interesting nonetheless because they don't seem to like her. Is it because they're related to this P, or is it because she's had other run-ins with the police? When asked about ChipChan, local authorities have stated that she is a mentally ill woman who from time to time will show up to protest China Central TV and take photos of police. Is ChipChan's story one from a crazy person, or is there something more to what she's telling us through this live feed? I personally don't know what to believe. However, many think she is a paranoid schizophrenic. She doesn't really show the traditional signs according to many psychologists who have studied her, because she wouldn't like the cameras around and to be constantly watched. Seeing as how she interacts and seems okay with the cameras, this throws a wrench into the paranoid schizophrenia angle. All of this leaves me with many questions. Is P real? If so, who is he? And why the claims of mind control? Who controls the cameras? Who knows? We may never know what's true or not. Thank you for watching. If you have any further information on the ChipChan situation, please let me know in the comments and my email, which will be down in the links below. Also, don't forget to like, share, and comment. As always, I do appreciate you watching, and I will see you on the next episode of Remy.